I mean, we've got a lot of things happening tonight, and we wanted to focus on the message that was being amplified by the organizers of the protest during the day. But as we've seen, as soon as the sun goes down, things change. And what we've been witnessing all evening are bands of teenagers, young men in their early 20s of all colors, weaving their way throughout Manhattan. And we're here just 2 blocks south of Union Square. About 2 hours ago, about 100 people were running in and out of this store on the corner here at East 13th and Broadway, just a block south of Union Square, looting. They did the same thing to a corner store down there. And we've been talking to the organizers of the protests who have been insisting that anyone who would engage in this kind of behavior, anyone who would engage in violent clashes with the police, looting of stores and personal property, that they are not on the same page with those people. And certainly the people who we saw tonight, they weren't chanting, justice. They weren't saying anything about George Floyd. We spoke with Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams earlier this evening just to get his insight, a retired NYPD captain, Brooklyn Borough President, and we also interviewed a young man who was standing here watching in disbelief as all of this was happening. Take a listen to both of them.
But clearly, there's a professional group of people who are attempting to infiltrate and hijack this legitimate battle, and they're professionals. They know how to make incendiary devices. They are supplied with rocks and stones in their backpacks. The role that I am playing is speaking to the organizers so that they can properly identify them and let them know you're not part of our movement.
They push it over the board, I think. It's all kids here, though.
I know it's all kids.
Yeah.
You see something wrong with this?
Of course, man. It's not right, but, bro, people, it's out of control right now.
Agitators, distractors, and bad actors. This is not the main story that we wanted to tell. We also wanted to focus on all of the good things that were being said today in light of all of the controversial things that are coming out of Washington this evening. A lot of young people were walking around. They wanted to stop in Times Square. The NYPD would not let them gather there. They would not let them gather near Trump Tower on Fifth Avenue. They would not let them gather near Columbus Circle. And so eventually the crowd petered out from a size of about maybe 2,000 or 3,000 people down to a few hundred. And then they broke out into several groups.